goal to try and make someone cry. I almost cried myself when I was falling apart at the beginning of last ep. Joe, you said we almost got you.
I almost cried myself.
What was it? What almost got you?
It was just after the Sir Will scene. It wasn't the Sir Will scene itself. It was I think it was the Baron scene in the council, because all those characters and everything, like we laughed and everything about it, and then I just started thinking. What really got me was the length of this journey, and not just the drama of the actual journey, but like us as friends and as the pod and everything, and like how we started in Trunau and like coming back to Trunau and the whole. Just how long of a journey it's been, and to be able to come back here and play it, and how different the situation is now. And I don't know, it's overwhelming. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I was looking through some old blog posts trying to find some art of a character because I couldn't remember their name. Mm-hmm. And let me look at my notes. You had a post called "The Current Crew," which was Feyraza, Pembroke, Forebears, and Baron, and that was September 18th, 2018. And that's like several crews on from that initial tug of war.
Wow. You've killed so many of my characters.
Killed so many.
I remember looking back not that long ago. I can't remember what I was doing. I was putting something together for History of the Pod, and I was looking back at initial emails, just like you were, and I found the day of emails, and it was just so amazing to look back. And there was like an email from Matthew the next day that was like, sorry I had to leave, had so much fun, like can't wait for the next one.
When has that happened?
Not only has Matthew never left since, he's also never had fun since that first recording.
Never admitted to having fun.
Never admitted to having fun. I mean, we all could not have been more just so excited about the kickoff to the thing. And this was months before a single episode released.
Yeah.
We were so excited, and it's just different now. Like, we have excitement about certain episodes, but we're always thinking about marketing and like how things land and like how people are going to accept things, you know what I mean? Whereas back then it was just
We didn't have an audience.
Exactly. We were starting a campaign and we were a new group.
Yeah.
We had never played together before, and we had a really good first day. And that's always exciting.
Well, that's why I love episodes like this. Obviously being able to stream it as well as release as a podcast is a nice touch. But that's why I've liked these Return to Trunau as written in the adventure path. I'm sure most people play this, and once they leave Trunau, they never return.
Really?
There's no reason to return.
That is just feels like to me the most kind of like by the numbers, number crunchy, let's move forward, matriculate, progress the story. That's not what I'm interested in. I get that other people out there are.
To me, Trunau was such a symbol of how what the Storm Tyrant is planning is affecting the whole world. Seeing Trunau rebuild and now be threatened again, and seeing the cities, as Halgris said, like not taking it seriously. To me, it just makes the threat of the Storm Tyrant so much larger. And it also allows us to return back to these early roots. I love seeing the two Captain Zeta Jones. I love seeing, these old characters. Obviously, everybody loves Tom, but I get as big a kick out of Agrit Stagenstar and Sarah Morninghawk as I do seeing Tom. That's why I love doing this.
That's why you have to maintain the stakes. You have to have this digestible, these roots that like you can remember that represent like everything that you're fighting for.
Right. You have to have those stakes.
Personal stakes.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm surprised. I'm surprised that it's not written in the campaign specifically that you go back to Trunau, because it is so important because you can have demons taking over the world, and sure, the world is on the line. And you can have rune lords taking over the world, and sure, the world is on the line. But with giants, there's something about their giant nature taking over small folk. So it's important to see a small town, like over and over, and how they're dealing with the threat that like you couldn't possibly fight toe to toe.
Yeah.
So what do you possibly do? And addressing that later on when you're really seeing the size of this threat, I don't know. I feel like it's really important.
Yeah.
So good on you for,
I agree.
for pushing it there.
To me, it was important to have you come back and check in with the originals. And just as we began 249 episodes ago, we start This session, back in the Commons, where the tug of war began. The amphitheater right in the middle of town, where Ruby's Hope Knife ceremony was held.
Ruby, who we just discovered, is either a Leo or a Virgo, depending on how you retcon the calendar.
That's true. I'm going to say Leo.
Leo.
I'm going to say Leo.
I'm going to say Leo. She's got the heart of a lion.
Are you going to kill her too because she's an animal companion?
She died of consumption earlier this month.
Really?
It was off book. I had a whole side Ruby story.
I bet you in all these other Giant Slayer campaigns that people play, Ruby lives.
Ruby lives. Yep.
She probably doesn't die of consumption.
Not mine. That's what brings you back. What are we fighting for if not for Ruby?
Do you remember when we talked about the idea of like thinking about all of the permutations and like other lives of some of the NPCs?
Yeah.
And it was specifically of Umlo, and you were like, at the time you were like, I think this is the best timeline for Umlo.
At the time, it was.
At the time, it really was.
Yeah.
He had been rescued. He got an ancient artifact, made him a powerful warrior.
Even though he was murdered in
He became a hero.
cold blood, he died a hero.
Right.
He died a hero. Maybe not a Nargrim Steelhand, but who knows? At the end of the day, all these people that have contributed, if you win the war, his name should be etched on the wall with everybody else.
Oh, what a legendary story, too. When you go to, like, the Great War of the Giants Museum and you see that Umlo died fighting. He died fighting what's his name, right?
Nestor Coin.
No, he died.
Orathash.
He died fighting Orathash, was brought back from death, was then cold-bloodedly murdered by a friend. It's such a juicy story.
Yeah.
And his death will soon be adjudicated. He may
It may be in this very
imminently
It's
have
funny
justice.
you should mention that, Matthew, because unlike the Hope Knife ceremony, now the crowds aren't mingling amongst the sands of the commons. They are in the audience. This round amphitheater.
my God.
In the stands, there's a small dais extending from the middle of the arena, and Halgra sits on a tall chair flanked by Jagrin on one side and Kirstgrath on the other. The door of one end of the, might as well call it an arena floor, opens, and Nestor Coin is escorted out in chains to the middle of the arena. Halgra stands up. The crowd silences the second she does so. As you know, I take great pride in my role as chief defender of our fair city. In the past year, Trunau has suffered more than any other city in the holds of Bergsen. Yet we have rebuilt as we have mourned. I will not mince words with you. An even greater threat is coming. A storm, the likes of which Galarian has never seen. I believe we are prepared, and we will not stand idly by as the world burns. We will fight, as we always have. Evil takes many shapes in our world, and we must be vigilant in the face of anyone and anything that would seek to do us harm. One such creature stands before you. Nestor Coin, you were arrested here once before and set free to try and use your particular set of skills to help our friends deal with the growing giant threat. But on your journey, you killed again an ally who trusted you with their life. What say you, Coin?
Does anyone here know what my first memory might have been? Any guesses?
Crowd's like,
Rhubarb.
applesauce, peanut butter.
Was it eating rhubarb?
No, not eating rhubarb. It was me standing as a little boy, holding my father's hand, watching my mother burn at the stake as a witch. Watching her skin blacken, steam pour out of the cracks. Old Alistair standing there. It was him that turned her in. Yeah. Something like that tends to put a damper on faith in things like religion, institutions. I will say this. You accuse me of being a killer. Well, yeah, I am a killer. I'm surrounded by killers. Everyone here, everyone that I've travelled with is a killer. I killed that man. It's true, in your tavern. He was a cheat. He was cheating at dice. I killed him. Fair enough. But you decided that I was worth more to you alive. Worth more to you as a weapon to go out and save your town from this threat that you faced. And I did it. And I did it very, very well, I might add. And yeah, I killed again. I killed someone who was meant to be a companion to me. But at least, and hear me out, he died for a reason. Let me ask, where do you get this? Where do you get your authority to cast judgment on me? Is it the gods? Is that who sets your scales? Is it? So he's a god anyway. I mean, as far as I can tell, a god is just a regular geezer with a bit of magic and a lot of name recognition. And where do they get? And you tell me, are they casting judgment on me? They can't even decide on their own ideas of justice. Are you telling me that Rovergut has the same idea of right and wrong as Iomedia, whatever the fuck she wants to call herself? I say there is no right and wrong except what a man of will sets for himself. Now, yes, I did kill Umlo, but he was very discourteous to me. Now, some may call that an extreme reaction. I sympathise, I do. But he died for a reason. What about all the people who die getting run over by a cart run out of control? Or little Ruby who died of consumption?
Ruby.
I'm not here.
Now I ask you, is that more or less fair? And now, this man who accused me, Mr. Baron, the lawman, you put all your faith in, he was also quite happy to travel with me, share my murderous company when it suited his purposes. And it suited them well. And then in a moment, when my guard is down, and when maybe you think that you have the situation in hand, springs a trap, throws me to the wolves. I know that you're not likely to listen and take to heart the words I say today. But let me rebut with this. I do not recognize your authority over me. I do not recognize it. Now, you can cast judgment on me. You can kill me if you like. Many have tried. I wish you luck. But you can sentence me to eternal damnation, 1,000 years of torments, and I will not submit. And in fact, I may even be back.
Halgra hangs her head for a moment, ever so slightly. If you're not sitting close enough, you wouldn't even see it. And she looks around and she sees her people, the people of Trunau, who she's trying to whip into a frenzy that everything's going to be okay, start to doubt by hearing Nestor's words. So she straightens herself and looks down at you. We made a grave error, sir, in allowing you to seek penance in the wild. Casts a side glance at Jagrin. We will not make that mistake again. But it is not up to us to decide. Sheriff Redheart here, or Sheriff Ashpeak, as he is now known, is the sheriff of Trunau. He is not the sheriff of the Mindspins. He is not the sheriff of the holds of Belkson. He can apprehend you, and we trust his judgment. But it is not up to him, or even I, to pass final judgment on you. It is up to the gods that you mock in front of us right now, the very gods that will protect us when the time comes. She moves forward. Your fate will be decided in a trial by combat. She looks to the crowd. The crowd's like, who among you shall pass the sentence? Who among you will summon the courage to face evil in all forms and let the gods decide what is right and wrong? Jagrin steps up. I will. It was my foolishness that let this murderer run free. At the time, I thought desperate times called for desperate measures, but I have learned that wisdom must temper all in decisions such as this. Let my sword be the one that strikes him down, if it be the gods' will. Cursed is like, no, Father, I shall do it. Father, you are the strongest man I know, but these are my battles now. Roderick would have been the first one to stand up and offer himself, and you wouldn't have said a word. Let me fight in your stead. Believe in me, and I will defeat him if it is the gods' will. Jagrin is like, I cannot lose 2 sons in the span of a few months. No, let it be me. I may be old, but I can yet fight. And they're just going back and forth, and the crowd is getting a little out of hand.
Jagrin, Cursed, stop arguing. Looks up at the council members. Council members, I offer myself, Sheriff Baron Ashpeak. I choose to fight this fight because I owe a debt. I owe a debt to Roderick. He looks at the Garths. Grass.
The Garths.
The Garths.
What's up?
Totally, dude.
Way to go, Baron. Party time.
Go get him.
Excellent.
And I,
That's part on Ted, right?
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth.
I owe a debt to Umlo. I owe a debt to Abria, to Ingrahild, to Gormley, Galabras, Lork, Della, Pembroke, Forebears, and Feyraza. When Nestor took a life, he didn't settle the ledger. I am to pay what I owe. There's only one option ahead of me. To fight for the path of the righteous, the path of the law. I ask that I be given strength from him that forged us all. Looks up, holds his leather Torag holy tome. To be given the direction to do the right thing, no matter the cost. And I will not shrink at this task. I'm a man of faith, and all men of faith have courage. I trust my God, and I never apologize for him. From his forge he hammered away until the world and its laws were cast out, perfect in every way. I ask now that he remove my fear and direct my attention to what he would have me be. I ask that all that witness this fight to learn from it, to stand up against those who would trample over our lives for their own evil ends no matter what. Without our will and devotion to another, what do we have? I say nothing.
Fight and stand for something, or die on your knees.
As you finish speaking, a wind whips up. An incredible wind washes over the entire arena, and sand whips up, and everyone for a moment can't see. It's just a sandstorm. And as the sand settles, Nestor still stands there in the middle of the arena as everyone looks around to the skies. Was it an act of Torag nodding in favor to you? First, let me give Skid a bottle cap.
Hey.
Unbelievable speech. I think I gotta
Nice work, dude.
think as a Pembroke.
It's improvised.
It's a little Pembroke one.
Oh, thank you.
Little Pembroke bottle cap.
That was amazing.
R.I.P.
Halgra looks to you, Baron, and nods. Let's go to the map.
Jesus.
Oh, 20.
Well, god damn it.
Sugar, gun, gun, gun.
Would you like to hear the earliest email I have from you, Troy? While we're pulling off our
Is it a Giant Slayer email, or is it just like a, hey, I really enjoyed seeing you at the sock hop?
No, it's an email. You're on an email chain. Joe invited people out to dinner
Oh, I hated
and to
these
watch a football
chains.
dinner. Watch a football
A
game.
football dinner?
And Skid.
Would you like to come to my football dinner?
Let's all get together and eat a football.
Exactly. Yes, you remember these emails.
I used to do that a lot back in the aughts. Yeah.
And Skid said he could come to dinner, but wasn't sure he could make the game. And this is the first email I have from Toilet Valley. Now that I know Skid's out, Samantha and I will be coming.
Was that a reply?
That's the first
That was a reply
email you
all.
ever got.
Oh, that's amazing.
Now that I know Skid's out.
Samantha and I are coming.
I should have known.
Such a mean
I
person.
should have known.
There you go.
What's the date on that?
That's 09? Is it 09?
No, I didn't know you were no. November 6, 2014.
2014.
Wow. Wow, it was January,
Wow.
a couple months later, January 2015, when I said to Joe and Skid, we should do a podcast.
Wow, yeah.
Obviously,
that.
you and Skid had patched things up.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 2014.
It was all in good fun.
It was late 2014.
Well, then it was right around that time. It was that email from Matthew that inspired me.
So hold on a second. Before you jump ahead with your story you didn't tell me about. Bullshit. There's no way Dogrith lets this happen without a discussion. Because he's not going to just let Baron... It's insane. So
You see the look in his eyes.
I know, I get it.
And he's starting to climb down into the arena. There
But
are steps.
Dogrith
What do
won't
you
be
say?
silenced
What do you say to him?
by plot choices.
We've rested, right, by the way.
Yes.
Oh,
you've
yeah, we're
spent the
fully
night.
rested and have all our hit points. He says, while they're walking over there, Baron, I admire your bravery, but you don't have to do this. This is madness. You know that there's no one out there that can fight giants the way you can. If some fool, some crazy, unplanned arrow takes a wrong turn, goes right through your eye, it could be dead in a moment. The whole war could be over. For what? For what? What you doing it for?
Dalgrith, I did what was easy and convenient for too long. And if there's one thing I learned, no offense, but there were many good men and women before there was Dalgrith, Deathbringer, and Metra walking along my side. And there will be more. There are more of us than there are of people like him.
Is it worth it, Baron? Is it worth it, your life, punishing this man?
It's worth it to send a message
To whom?
to all the small folk, because just like us good folk, there are more of us than there are of them giants. And it takes just the courage of one man to stand up against it all.
I agree with you, but I think you're throwing the chance away. You have to understand, you're the dwarf. You're the one that has the capability to lead all of us. You're the one that can stand up to those giants with your crazy technology, your handbanger there.
And you're so close to discovering the secrets of your past. We were in Ash Peak. You'd give that up to settle a score?
Baron, I don't fear your ability to kill this criminal. I don't fear it, but I know
I just know the way luck can change on you. It's not always in our hands. Believe me, I believe Torag's guiding your hand as much as anyone, but who knows who's guiding his? What dark forces of evil are pushing back against Torag right now as we speak? It could be in line with the giants, could be in line with Brander. You could be walking into the very trap that they want you to. Let me do it in your stead. Let me try at least. If I die fighting them, you can try.
And he's like desperate, like pulling for answers to try to get you to stop doing it.
I've let too many people die instead of me. I've allowed Torag's hand to walk me to the door, and I've placed the key in that door. But now it's time for all of us to walk through it, push it open. It's time. The only thing I'm worried about, he looks down at his pistol, this damn spider on my gun. Nestor don't give no presents, don't remember no one's birthday, and he don't love no one too much neither. I think I've been compromised.
I love this fucking group and this game so fucking much.
I just want to rip my microphone.
Sorry.
Is your microphone okay?
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. You're awesome.
All right.
They walk out and they start unchaining Nestor and handing him his weapons,
Baron.
donning him in his armor hastily.
Shake my hand, and I shall wish you luck.
Baron reaches his hand out.
And Metro casts a spell.
Fireball.
This is silly.
I'm gonna save you from yourself.
Save you from yourself.
Baron immolates.
As Nestor is getting his weapons ready, Baron tries to pull the spider off the edge of his gun.
It won't go. It's got a mind of its own.
Tries to command it.
Sit.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's just it like. So it's like it moves independently. Nestor, what are you doing? You're just watching this as they're donning your armor?
Yeah. I'm just like, I've got my eyes on each of my erstwhile companions. And I'm just judging them.
Can I talk to Nestor?
Yeah. Look, I have Baron now in the arena with him.
You have protection from evil, by the way.
Sweet.
So Metro will walk up to Nestor.
Whoa. She walks out into the arena.
Yeah, just for a minute.
Hagrid's like,
Dogwraith will do the same thing.
I'll allow it.
But he'll walk up to Baron.
You cannot take part in this battle,
No. He's just
but you may talk.
hyping him.
I don't know how the next few minutes are going to go. But seeing as this may be my last chance to ask, what happened with my daughter
She died.
before that?
I don't know.
Baron says you corrupted her.
Yeah, he did say that, but
Everything else he said was true. You admitted it to all of us.
yeah, that was true. The rest of it, but that she did what she wanted to do. She always did.
That's what you want to tell me right now? That's what you want to leave me with?
Yeah, I liked her. I wouldn't have hurt her.
You're an interesting man, Mr. Coin.
Yeah. It's a shame this might be the last you see of me.
A shame indeed.
And I will say, you know, your friend, he's very good at what he does, but his mode of rigid thinking might ultimately cost you the war.
Why do you say that?
Because you are needlessly spending one of your greatest assets right now.
Meaning you, of course.
Yeah.
Well. Are you the greatest asset?
No, I'm whispering, that's what I said to him.
Why now? Why now are we so close to the end? Foolish pride. Yeah, no, exactly. It's all grief.
Dalgry for great. He knows what I'm talking about.
I didn't say that out loud. I just thought it.
I know what you're thinking. Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike.
You're Dalgry for great.
Yep.
What if I
Classic
were to
real
say
port thinking. Right there.
We must let the
Hold on.
fight begin.
What if I were to say I agree with you?
Oh, I'll be surprised. Pleasantly surprised. I think it might be a bit too late, though, love.
I don't play by the same rules as everyone else does. I urge you to remember, and as I urge you to remember one other thing, that mercy, perhaps, might be an interesting thing to add to your vocabulary. And the Metro just walks away.
Dogwraith is talking to Baron while this is happening.
It's like you're each other's cornerman.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. He's like straightening his duster.
Make sure you don't have any blockages there in the gun.
Dogwraith is nervous,
I've been following you for a while for good reason. Damn it, Skid.
Sorry.
You're a good man, Baron. You're a good dwarf, good follower of Torog. I'm glad that you're standing up for our kind. He's a killer, don't forget that. He murdered a dwarf in cold blood. He deserves whatever comes to him. I know you're a lawman, and I know that you come here with that in mind. But when it comes to combat, when everything's on the line, there's no law. It's all chaos. It gives him an advantage. You gotta strip it away from him. You gotta take away all sense of right and wrong that you know, and go for the throat as fast as you can. You leave this one alive too long, he'll take it from you.
I might
No doubt about that.
I might draw inside the lines, Dalgrith, but I draw some mighty fierce strokes. Don't worry about me. And if I fall, let everyone know what happened here.
You know I will. I love you, brother.
I love you too, Dalgrith.
Good luck, Baron.
and he walks away.
And then,
You see people in the crowds like taking bets. Like the more seedy people, just like you see money exchanging. Like, I'll take the dwarf. Huh? You kidding me? I'll take the bowman.
and as they walk away, and it's just Nestor and Baron left, Baron looks up at Nestor, says, "I'm glad I got to know about your first memory, and I'm sorry about your mama."
Sorry about your mama.
Such a great line.
But I sure wish your daddy whipped you a mite more sense into you than he did. Because you're just a little baby who can't do nothing but throw tantrums and hurt other people.
Nestor looks down. So, I have nothing against you, lawman. Nothing that I didn't have against any member of the law enforcement community. You're very, very good at what you do, and I support your cause. But don't you ever mention my fucking mother again. And he turns around and starts walking away.
Take your places in the arena.
This is so redonk. What the?
Whatever happens here, the outcome will be determined by the gods. And whatever their decision is, whatever their judgment is, shall stand.
Conveniently outside of my first range increment. Very, very conveniently outside of my first range increment.
This is a bunch of horse shit. Metra,
Yes.
cast invisibility on me. Great.
Roll for initiative.
I'm so fired up.
I mean, this is the most important initiative we've rolled in 249 episodes.
Yeah, because this kind of situation initiative. It's
Yeah.
head-to-head initiative.
Yep.
It makes me sick.
It's like overtime.
Yeah,
yeah. Coin
It's like
flip.
getting the coin flip. Yeah.
26.
28.
25.
It's like 26 for Nestor.
Oh.
28
We're all
for
actually
Baron,
rolling?
25 for Metra and Dalgrith.
26.
And who's got the higher inish bone? You or Nestor? Nestor.
Oh, I'm plus 12.
I'm plus 11.
Dogwraith just a step ahead, just a coin. Who would have thought it? Nobody.
I do before we start. Like I address the crowd.
Gotta have a good address the crowd.
Of course.
Say, listen, this is. I can only hope that all of this is performed under the most rigid scrutiny and assiduous fairness. And after all, what is more fair than pitting a man with a simple bow and arrow against a dwarf with a gun?
By the way, can we just talk about how there's fucking Colosseum in Trunau? I wasn't aware of
There's
the
a lot of
Colosseum.
What do they
A lot
do
of
with this?
They've had to redo a lot of this. Yeah, they really did it up.
This was a pork barrel bill that got through the Council of Defenders.
They spent most of the rebuilding money on statues.
What sport are they hoping to play?
Don't worry about it. They just want to dress up their Hope Knife ceremonies. Don't ever think it. I mean, this is obviously a very dangerous thing, and I knew that going in. But it's episode 250. It's episode 250.
It's so funny because, like,
literally anything can happen.
yeah, and you are kind of doing something that we did for fun in live shows before we were really doing live shows and we were just goofing around. But now this is for real. Like, this is really our campaign.
This counts.
And I question your choices.
Yeah, no, I question them as well, especially if this ends. If this ends in multiple PC deaths. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I guess we'll find out. It's round 1. Wow. This is for real. Just so you know.
just so you know.
But there's a lot going on. What do you want to do, Baron?
Baron, swift action. You probably see a little bit of lightning. Not as strong as the lightning around old Jolter, but like leave the Book of Torag into his body as he cast a Judgment of Sacred Protection +2 on himself.
Protection against evil?
Just +2. I don't think the Protection of Evil is going to stack with anything I have. So...
yeah, make sure before you cast that. Oh, it's a sacred bonus, right? So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And it's deflection? Protection from evil?
I don't think Protection from Evil is going to do anything.
Protection Evil gives you a +2 to your deflection
AC.
bonus to your AC
Against evil creatures?
against evil creatures.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Okay.
And
That's why it's not on my
And if Nestor summons a celestial dolphin, I can't touch you.
They can't
Yeah,
touch you.
that's true.
I waited for him to drink.
Those were evil celestial dolphins?
They would be.
Oh, right, if they came from him.
You won't be
Because
able
I
to
thought
touch
that earlier. I was like, for all the summoned creatures,
That's
the
what
Baron's
the
going to be swarmed
scroll-
by.
It was the AC bonus.
Which is nice, yeah.
Baron will take a 5-foot step forward. Will hesitate a moment.
I'm going to throw up.
Will look at the spider on the end of his gun.
Are you just going to do color commentary, Troy, or do you have a?
What a match we have here tonight in the Commons. It's the Friday Night Showdown with Baron Ashpeak and Nestor Coin. What do you think, Tom? Well, I think it's going to be one hell of a fight.
I thought the first person was Tom.
No, that's some other guy.
Nestor seems to have brought a bow to a gunfight.
I think they're two great combatants. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
This is just like, this is straight out of South Park.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, dude?
Baron will fire at Nestor.
My God.
Sounds crazy. Rapid shot.
It's crazy.
It's the nuttiest thing that's ever happened. And there's a big part of me that hates it.
Yeah.
The part that doesn't like being
told you,
pitted
you
against the other PCs at the table.
You gotta leave the law. You gotta leave the law behind.
Once you step outside the law, you no longer operate under its protections.
Wow.
As Truman Capote once said.
Wow.
It's well said. You're not lawful. You can't be lawful.
I'm not lawful.
You're not lawful.
I'm
What
not
you
lawful.
talking about?
29 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Got a crit here.
That is
Any crits.
22 points of damage.
What are you guys sitting on HP overall?
I know he has a lot more HP than me. I have 145.
145.
I have 152.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Not a lot more.
If
I thought you had like 180 these days.
Yeah, I thought I was
I thought
way
so, too.
behind until when I came back. I rolled terribly for most of my HP.
I remember.
Until I came
Rocks.
back, and then it was like rocks.
I remember that.
I also went from a D10 class to a D8 class for my last 7 levels. So
Yeah.
That'll do her.
That's yeah.
I'm nervous.
Second
Gunslinger
attack.
is a D10.
28.
It's a hit.
It's the stupidest class ever.
21 points of damage.
Like I say, super fair. How much?
21.
21. 23 to hit.
It's a hit.
Wait, 23 is a hit? Oh, it's touch
AC,
AC.
yeah.
Jesus.
That is 17 points of damage.
How many more attacks do you have?
Oh, no, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, you're...
Grant's just like,
He would have been going for days.
rolling the dice.
Wait, no.
That was 3 attacks.
You have 4 attacks.
I have
right?
rapid shot. I have 4 attacks. Here comes the last one.
He's bringing everything at Nestor.
He could miss
Jesus.
He could. Or he could
22.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Jesus.
24 points of damage.
Okay. This is under basically any circumstance an execution.
Yes. Yeah,
Like,
it
You
is.
say you'll fight to the death. You can have a gun. Here,
It is.
you can have whatever.
It
unit
just
is you
goes
came
to
in
show
with,
you-
but not a gun.
How ridiculous the gunslinger is.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see everyone in the crowd, including Dalgrith and Metra, see Baron just boom, 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 boom. Just like, are you doing one
How
of
does
these?
he even have a chance?
And I mean, what'd you take? 80 points of damage there?
Yeah, I'm half down.
Half down.
I'm more than half down.
He's got
More than
get out.
half down. It is Dalgrith's turn.
Delay.
Dalgrith delays, as he should. It is up to the gods now. The sand still settling from that windstorm after Baron spoke. And now it is Nestor's turn.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Nestor is going to activate Slayer's Advance. So he can move double his move speed.
That's right. Put some
and-
distance.
Put some distance.
Yeah, he's.
I mean,
gonna
this whole Colosseum vibe is enormously advantageous to Baron.
Yeah.
But he'll never get a full attack off for the rest of the combat.
Yeah. So he's going to run off after having been shot several times. He's going to run off to his right.
Come back, you
Through the sand.
They're all screaming.
Dalgrith's got 3 beers.
Yeah.
Another Heineken. 2. Metro, you woman?
I'm good.
1 Heineken. Wait, no. 2 Heinekens. I'll drink hers.
And he.
What's the limit? Is 2 the limit? Do you do 3 here, Trunau?
Passing down his cash.
Right. To the other spectators.
Keep it. Slayer's Advance.
It's just too much work.
You move double your move speed, and then you have what? 1 standard?
Yeah. And then I'm going to use Precise Shot. Or no, not Precise Shot. Pinpoint Targeting. So as a standard action, I make a single ranged attack. The target does not gain any armor, natural armor, or shield bonuses to its armor class.
Yikes.
But it's just the one shot.
So what does that end up being? Just my touch?
It's touch basically, I think.
Touch plus...
Just take away all your armor bonuses. So it's just your
Oh,
dex, 10 and plus your dex. And
Yeah.
your deflection, though,
Plan
counts.
plus my dex.
And your
Okay.
deflection and your sacred.
So 10 plus dex.
Well,
Okay.
it's 35 anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
Does your is your AC more than 35 without your armor?
Let's see. It's 24. That's 24 points of regular damage and 2 points of electricity.
24 regular, 2 electricity.
That is my turn.
And that is his turn. Dalgrith delayed. It is Metra's turn if she wants to do anything.
Metro turns to Dalgrith. We can't allow this to continue.
Do it.
Just hang on. Don't move. Metro will cast greater invisibility on herself.
Oh, come on.
On herself.
Yep.
So lame.
We both can't. We both of us have to be invisible. If this is gonna
I know,
work.
but you could do it on me. Then you could do it on you. But now you do it on you and leave, and I just stand there with my beers.
I just drink your beers. There's next round.
All right.
Give yourself the second condition. You drank too much. You drank too much too fast.
He goes to hand her a Heineken. She vanishes. He's like, oh.
She takes it.
It's just floating in the air.
Baron, let me ask you this. You are now 60 feet away. Just before you do anything, just talk me through what you're thinking. You lit up, Nestor.
Uh-huh.
You have incredible faith as an inquisitor, as a man who has found faith in his journey to fight evil. Nestor is a complicated man, but it's out of your hands now. It's in the gods' hands. What are you thinking?
Baron, this is honestly what's going on in his head right now, spent a long time traveling with Nestor and, occasionally had a laugh or two with him, usually over the course of battle. Probably not a lot of heart-to-hearts or anything like that.
Complicated relationship.
Complicated. But I think he believes, honestly, in the capability of redemption and change in all people. And part of that is what he said when he was describing what happened. He was recalcitrant and refused to change. He's hoping that somehow this is kind of a last-ditch smack-you-in-the-face way of him to, repent. I don't think he will, but that's honestly what's happening.
Yeah.
He also thinks back to when he killed Screed when he ran away.
Yeah.
And he regrets that very deeply as well.
Shot him in the back, I think.
Yeah, as he ran away. He doesn't... The most...
I've never liked Baron since then.
Oh,
Yeah. No, there's no better way to make up for a mistake like that than by murdering a friend.
Right.
Sure.
By murdering one of the most powerful PCs in the party.
Two
And,
rights
and
make a-
sabotaging your own efforts in the process.
two wrongs make a right in Baron's mind, I think.
Yeah.
By the way, Grant will actually take that personally and seriously.
I know.
Don't, because this is fucking great.
Yeah.
And you're doing exactly what Baron should be
Oh,
doing.
no, this is like 100% what Baron would do.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
That's the other thing, is the me versus Baron thing. And I'm committed to the role play.
Talk to me in terms of mechanics. Could you long shot here and still full attack? Would you... or
No, long shot would give me an extra 10 feet.
Extra
I would
10.
be in a much better situation here with Lawbringer, my second gun.
But that belongs to the mountain.
That does. Basically casting a spell now. I think it's really...
Nestor, you've fought with him for a long time. You know he can just light you up next round.
Yeah, and he could try to, climb up, and he could do all sorts of things and try to get away. So it's about a distance game right now is really the biggest thing.
So what are you thinking?
Baron will move...
I feel like this is XFL as opposed to NFL.
Yeah.
We're getting all the inside from the head coach.
Baron will move within 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He will spend... let me just double check this real quick.
A grit point to resolve against touch AC? Is that what you're thinking?
Correct.
Murder Nestor.
So let me double check. So you're going to move up and murder Nestor.
You're missing a vital point here.
Which
Baron
is?
is also going to swift action call down Bane from Torag on his weapon against humans. The first time he's ever done
This is the first time you've ever done this?
this. Yeah.
Hope it works.
Torag, forgive me.
I call down Bane against humans.
Yeah, it's nasty. Super nasty.
Is it still touch AC or it's regular AC?
I'm going to spend a grit point on every shot to have it resolve against touch AC.
Didn't you
My
move?
God.
You only get one shot.
Oh, right. One shot. I'm going to spend one grit shot.
One shot. Kind of important.
Yeah, kind of important not to get those kind of things wrong.
Very nervous. I'm very nervous.
I'm sorry, there's a lot going on in these cameras, the tyranny of the cameras, and the headphones that people are listening to this on later. Here it goes. I'm so nervous.
Clearly, because that made no sense what you just said.
I know. That is a hit against touch AC, 20 or 30.
Oh, jeez.
One attack. Let's see the damage.
Never thought I'd feel bad for Nestor. This is really unfair.
26 points of damage.
Nestor takes another boom. Hot piece of lead in his thigh. Dalgrith. Hold my beer. What are you doing? Your turn.
He moved in the initiative order.
Oh, that's right. You didn't.
Oh,
wait, you
I
didn't do
just
it.
delayed.
Yeah,
It came
just
back
delay,
to me,
yeah.
so I'll continue to delay.
Continue to delay. Nestor, another bullet singes your skin. What do you do?
Wow. Delaying the inevitable. I'm going to run around the kind of circumference here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Picture this. I could picture
wounded,
this.
like blood dripping into the sand. He's going to run along the wall
Been shot 4
of
times.
the arena. And he's going to do the same thing. And he has study target. Should have said
Yeah,
that.
of course. Goes without saying.
He's
Goes
going to
without
use
saying.
pinpoint targeting again. So going to shoot against touch AC again. Natty 16. That is 21 points of regular damage and 6 points of electricity.
I would just think this all would have been very, very different if you had outscored Baron in initiative.
If I had won the initiative roll,
You could have really
then I
wounded him.
I could have run away and like set up shop and done multi-shot like all that, but
and sneak attack and
sneak
So wait.
attack, everything else.
I'm sorry. Many shot. You have to have a full attack
I have to
action
have full
for.
attack action, yeah. So
Right.
it's like if I'm on the move, like I can't. It's gonna be really hard.
Metra, you are invisible.
and now Dalgrith is greater invisibility.
Greater invisibility.
Yes. All right, let's go to work. What are we doing?
At that moment,
Oh God.
in the arena,
Oh no.
there's just this and boom, half a dozen creatures appear on the arena floor.
Oh, you're shaking shit up, LaValle.
They look like ogres, maybe. At this point, you've fought every giant in the book. Well, not every giant, but a lot of giants. They look like ogres. One of them, although the same size, looms larger than the others, and with her is a huge hog surrounded by a cloud of steam. The one ogre steps
Wait, a
forward.
metal hog?
No, not a metal hog. Just a hog that's just like surrounded by a cloud of steam. The ogre that looms larger than the others speaks, and the crowd is like, "The fuck? What the fuck?" She points and she says,
No longer can you hide, heroes of Ash Peak. The storm tyrant sees all. His eyes are on the wind, and he has chosen me to be your executioner. When I return, with your heads on spikes, an army will follow for all of yours.
she says to the entire crowd, and the crowd starts freaking out.
Oh my god.
They start running for the exits. They're trampling over the guards that were trying to keep order. It is mass hysteria. They have lived through the siege of Trunau. They know what shit like this means, and these ogres, this whatever is going on here, is worse than anything they faced during the siege. She looks at Baron and at Nestor, shooting each other, killing each other on the sand.
So stupid.
And she says to everyone,
Just foolish.
The world belongs to giants now. Hagakal be praised. In the storm tyrant's name, the future ruler of our world, you shall perish.
let's get busy.
What? Get weird. This is fucking crazy, dude.
Let me put them on the map, because there is a few of them.
Oh God.
Man.
Oh God.
She appears here. Now, I kind of took her face and put it on another ogre, but that's what she looks like. Isn't that kind of fun? Hello.
Wow.
That's her actual face. Hey, buddies.
It kind of
Hey.
looks like late stage Marlon Brando.
See, I thought she looked like the guy who develops the machine in Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
The albino guy.
Yeah, it does have kind of that look, warty and gross. All right, she appears. It's her turn. Right? You just went, Metra?
Yes.
Okay. It's her
No, I'll go.
Oh.
Ooh.
He's done delaying, people. Get ready.
turn. Okay, Dalgrith's turn.
Can I reach her
You see where she is.
this round? I mean, so like, all right.
Acrobatics check, jump down. Or there are stairs. There are stairs. They're not on the map, but like you guys walk down into the arena. It's fine. You can either acrobatics. Get
So
there
can I
faster.
close the distance to her with the squares that are here?
Well, look at the other. Oh, you're invisible, so you can run past these other dudes and
Totally.
just go straight for her.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's my question.
I
All
mean,
right.
you tell me if you've got the distance.
So I will click my heels, haste it up.
Okay.
And if as long as you're saying the squares are the squares, then I will run to her and I will jump on her.
Yeah, squares are the squares. There is how much extra movement do you have?
I have 40 feet in a move action, 80 feet in 2 move actions.
Okay, I'll say you can get to her.
Okay. Dogray's gonna just completely silent. Like Metro's like, we can't allow this to continue. He's like, no, and he had a couple ideas of what he was thinking, and now this. She comes in, this goes down, she does her whole speech. He's like, fuck that! And he runs right at her and jumps on her. Attempts to. So, against flat-footed AC, which is completely irrelevant.
Is she flat-footed?
Yeah, because he's invisible.
That's right.
He will attempt this climb check.
Okay.
Climb check, Zony. Natural 20. Good start, Goldred! Dude, this is my new fucking cat's eye dive for Patchily. Throwing rocks.
So you get there and you get on her.
I get there and I jump on her. So she feels me, can't see me though. Feels me, can't see me.
Oh, I was not.
Wow.
I'm going to be your worst fucking nightmare.
Oh, man, this is so bad.
He starts hearing it.
I was not expecting that. Now she can. Oh man, that changes. Changes a few things.
Looks like everyone's going to be all right. Old Dogray's got it under control.
Well, there's a lot of people here, and she looks pretty badass. But that was definitely smart going for her.
And improved invisibility. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing: you're invisible. Can she see you? No, she.
No,
Can she
Troy.
feel you?
I know it's very late.
Let me take that.
I know you prepped
I
a
know
lot
you're
of dialogue
invisible,
today.
but can she see
I'll
you?
explain the rules of the game.
All right. Well, this is what I'm asking you. Can she cast a touch spell on you, or is it a 50% mischance?
It's a 50% mischance.
Oh boy. Oh, Troy's got a nasty one lined up, doesn't he?
I'm going to attempt to cast Slay Living on you.
Okay. Now, and so wait, touch spells.
She feels you on
against,
your back.
I understand, but touch spells against enemies are not an attack roll, right? I would
Yes,
say there's a 50%
usually they are.
mischance.
Yeah.
So do you
it's a
have to
touch attack.
resolve a
Melee
touch
touch
attack
attack.
and then resolve?
Yeah.
And then resolve the 50%?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that's what I was double checking.
No, you would resolve the 50% mischance on the touch attack.
Yeah. It's an attack. It's a regular attack. You're invisible. 50%
I understand,
mischance.
but first you have to hit me, which
Right.
you might not.
Right.
And then you have to roll concealment.
I might. You're getting ahead of yourself. Let's see if I hit you first. If I don't hit you, hey, I just wasted a pretty awesome
I don't know.
spell.
I don't know the spell, but does it generally slay a living creature? If
It
it's
is
successful?
an unbelievable fucking spell. This is the kind of shit
It
you get
is-
into high level play.
It is the reverse of the coin of Raise Dead. It's like there's a lot of reversible spells. Like this is one of them.
Okay,
So there's a saving throw involved, but
still,
But it's Joe.
but it's you.
No, but I will say this, and this is awesome. I've never, to my knowledge or memory, had Slay Living cast on me in my life. This would be a first for me.
Wow, what a treat!
It's a very
What
high.
a treat.
I'll tell you right
you
now.
often don't get campaigns this long.
Here's the fucking
Yeah.
thing. I think it works like Shocking Grasp in that if I miss, I hold the charge. Let's see if I hit though. And then we'll deal with the specifics. I'm gonna roll the D. Well, let's roll the D20 first, and then see if it hits. Then I'll roll the 50% mischance against touch AC. Here we go.
I'll guarantee you this: it's the highest touch AC you've ever tried to roll against.
I don't believe. I do believe you. I don't doubt you. Cracked eye.
Damn it!
God.
Stressed out.
Natural 20. I'm not even fucking kidding you, Matthew. I want you to sit here. We're on camera. If you're listening at home later, Matthew is walking behind my screen to look at my untouched D20 that sits on a GCP natural fucking 20. Don't worry, it's just the spell Slay Living.
Wait, so
That's a
God,
confirmed
does the
natural
splay?
She's a named character too, if you want to
But
get
does the spell Slay Living deal hit point damage, or does
Yes.
it just kill?
Yes.
If you make the save, I think it does hit points.
So it's still just going to double it, or whatever the crit is.
It's not like an auto death, but it's so much damage.
I understand.
Let's see if I confirm. You said you have a very high touch AC.
I have the highest touch AC you've probably ever heard of.
This is the most fun I've ever had playing this game.
You said that
That
last
bodes well.
You said that on Tuesday.
We've been having a lot of fun lately.
It's been very good lately.
Here we.
This is fucked!
I feel like we just got over the 7-year itch.
Come on.
It's been very
Miss
good
it.
lately, our love life.
Okay. That is going to be 25 to confirm.
Miss.
Oh!
26 touch a sizzle right now.
All right.
Holy shit!
Actually, sorry, it's even
shit.
higher than that.
30?
Because this is a giant subtype, right? It's 30. It's 30.
Wow.
All right. Now we're going to roll the 50% yes! Here's the thing, Joey-O. If I make this, it's exploding dice. And if you fail your fortitude save, that's exploding dice on 12d6.
I don't like my odds there.
Plus 1 point per caster level.
But you know what? She's not going to slay living Baron this turn. That's all that matters.
Do you want to see the D1 Honda roll on the tabes?
Oh my God.
On the tapes?
51 or higher.
Come on, go low.
Hits
If you miss this completely, I'll be so fucking happy. Come on, dude.
22.
Oh, shit, dude! Fucking Metra showing up. Dalgrave taking the round off of this super boss. Oh, by the way, a casting of Slay Living gone. Don't know how many of those yet.
No, I
He's
think
right.
she's, I
He
think she's
retains
holding
the
the
charge.
charge.
Oh,
pretty
right.
sure she's
Shit.
holding. It works like
yeah, that's
like
fine.
most
But
of the
does
stuff.
she miss and touch herself?
And she's like, ah!
Ah!
Oh, what a-
Hold on, let me
I never
read,
saw it
let me
coming.
read the fumble. It was a fumble, right?
Oh man, that would have been. Oh, just 24d6 worth of damage.
You're forgetting that Dogwraith is a fucking hero.
All right, it was a bold choice.
Did you just roll a die just to roll a die for like
Yeah,
punctuation?
and I got a natty 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rolling rocks.
Jump.
Cursed and Halgra jump over the barricade
Oh my God.
into
yeah.
the fray.
Oh,
We have
God.
friends here.
We have friends here.
They jump over to so there goes Cursed. He's like, Father, I'll help. He jumps over. Actually, he can get in there, and so can Halgra. Cursed takes a swing at one of these ogre brutes. Oh, God, he's just terrible. Hits, actually. He hits the ogre brute, the first one, for 8 points of damage, and Halgra misses the other one. So they get into the fray. The first ogre there takes 8 points of damage. Halgra steps up. They both draw their weapons as they. I'm saying they jumped over. We'll say there's stairs there just to so we don't get any emails. And they jump in and they join the attack. Halgra unfortunately miss. It is that.
Fighting with Hagra.
It is that Steam Hog's turn.
This fucking steam hog
Is it a
gonna piss
steam
me
hog
off.
or is it a war hog?
It's a sweat hog.
And it's huge.
Mr. Cutter.
Mr. Cutter. It is huge.
Is there
and-
any chance you could not have Baron die to the lamest enemy ever?
Well, it's going to try to trample Baron.
Bear! I was
Baron,
worried about a gore.
You've got some options here. You can either take the attack of opportunity. I can't remember trample here. What is it? You can make an attack of opportunity at a -4, or you
get a
can
reflex
forego the attack of
I
opportunity.
can't really make an attack of opportunity because I have a gun.
Oh, you still don't
Right.
have that because you went Inquisitor
Right.
route? Is that what it was?
Well, I would have had to get to snapshot and a bunch of other feet.
so you don't have
realms.
snapshot yet?
Yeah.
All right, so you can
Wait,
reflex
whatever.
reflex save for half damage.
Okay. I'm happy to do that.
Are you?
Ooh,
31.
Okay, that'll do. So it just runs past you. You take. Oh, you lucky son of! Only 5 points of damage.
Oh, man.
I rolled absolute shit on that roll, and it just runs past you. But however, it is threatening all those squares around you, big ass, huge creature. And then the ogre brutes just start attacking. Dalgrith, you're invisible, so they start ganging up on Cursed and Halgra. Oh God, three
Wait,
guys.
you're happy about losing Kirsten Hagra?
No, I'm just excited you cast it because it's very important because now this boss woman is going to be all tied up. It's so fantastic.
Oh,
I've been meaning to tell you this for a while now.
I'm all tied up.
God. All right,
You've
so
been asking for greater invisibility for how many episodes?
It's but it's good on Dalgrith.
You asked for greater invisibility like Baron asked for healing.
I understand it, but Baron's greater invisibility is great because he hits so easy, but he doesn't get sneak attack damage.
Nestor gets that sneak attack damage though.
Yes, but I get on the creature, and so even though I'm invisible, they still constantly try to hit me. At a 50% miss chance.
also-
Whereas Nestor invisible, they'll just go after you or somebody else. You know what
Yes.
I mean? It's an interesting sort of tank/rogue situation with greater invisibility.
Without a frontline fighter like Jimmer, it's also like really necessary for you, I think.
To deal sneak attack damage.
Yeah, and just to be like super useful. In
I know. Yeah.
all right, so that one that was standing right next to Halgra did 2 attacks and brought Halgra to -11 hit points.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She has a con of 14. The other ones, we'll say 2 ganged up
Christ.
on Cursed, and then the other one started to fan out towards Nestor. And he actually they have crazy speed, so he's able to get right up next to Nestor, but he can't make an attack. So he double moves to Nestor. The other two attack Cursed. 2 attacks, hit and miss on the second attack, and then the other guy.
This is all on Curse.
Hit, all on Curse. Hit and then a miss. All right, so 2 hits. That's still going to.
But he's not going to survive.
It's still going to bring him under. I mean, I'm using his hit points from the book, and that with 2 hits, that's going to be 66 plus 28 points of
In
damage.
4 months, he never leveled up. He's been working patrol, dude.
He's a patrol captain now.
He's a patrol cap.
Or patrol sergeant. Sergeant.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
He is at -7 hit points, unconscious and dying.
But you know what it is, Joe? It's like in World of Warcraft. If you never leave the opening area and you just try to level up against rabbits the whole time, that's what he's dealing with.
Yeah.
Jagrin
Shitty
sees
orcs.
Cursed and Halgra fall, and he rushes towards the one of the brutes that just attacked his son and maybe killed him. He doesn't know. He doesn't have time to do a heal check. He just comes running in and takes a swing and misses the ogre. Halgra, unconscious and dying, 3 rounds from permadeath. Chief Defender Halgra of the Blackened Blades. The only thing holding this one-horse town together is 3 rounds from dying. Cursed not far behind her, and Jagrin. He's a boss, but even Cursed was like, let me do it.
Well, where's Jagrin?
You're too old. He just came in and missed.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to the top of next round. It's Baron's turn. Baron, things have changed.
Now's
Whatever
your
the
chance.
gods decide will be the answer.
Take out coin. Now's your chance. Let justice be done. Let justice. I told you, fight dirty, mate.
No, it's really it's amazing. If I can take a moment before I take my action,
Please.
The amount of times Baron has always stopped interceding and Della using Demon's Blood and having Nestor on the side and all these different compromises as an Inquisitor because he's wanting to fight this greater battle against this evil. And the one time he doesn't fight the greater battle against the evil and kind of takes it in his own hand, the battle against the greater evil comes to him. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So Baron will do a
Irony.
Irony alert.
Baron will do a knowledge check on this creature he's fighting to determine what it is.
Okay,
Basically.
the thing that came right up to you, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll knowledge Arcana.
Don't have that. So he
Poops to
won't.
be you.
Profession fisherman.
You know, I'll allow it.
17.
It's definitely not a fish.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
One
chance.
Wait, would you roll?
Could have called down Bane Fish.
If you roll really low, I'll be like, it's a huge carp.
17.
could have just waited until it's
You've never seen a cop so large.
Baron is going to take a 5-foot step diagonally away from the creature.
Okay.
He will.
It's got crazy reach, dude.
Crazy fucking reach.
Doesn't matter, dude. Just go. Do it, dude. What's he going to do? Combat reflexes?
He'll back away one more time.
Okay, that's going to provoke. Oh,
That-
you want to roll acrobatics?
I will.
Okay.
Wait, that's 2 actions.
I'm changing my 5-foot step into a full.
Full move action.
Yeah,
I
but
got
you
it.
can still move only 10 feet if you do the acrobatics.
That's fine. 10. That should be enough out of it.
He's trying to get out of there, avoid one attack, and maybe get a shot off.
I'm saying from the place you started, you can only move 10 feet.
Oh, because I.
If
moved
you do
diagonally.
the acrobatics, you can't do it, dude. You just
Ah,
got
I
to
see.
fire.
I see.
This is war, Peacock.
You're taking a chance against its combat reflexes.
Just rewatched that. Caitlin and I turned
But
it
you
on the
could
other
get a
night.
full attack off if you,
It's on Prime, right?
unless it has combat
No,
reflexes.
well, here's the thing. I'll tell you what
Okay,
my
please,
reflex
tell
save is. I'd like to play my own character if I could.
please.
250 episodes
Everyone's
in.
got their
Whoa.
opinion.
If everyone could.
250
21.
episodes.
21 acrobatics against the CMD.
Still tension.
Yeah, probably didn't.
All right, so it gores you.
Yep.
You know what? It might miss.
You can do this, dude.
I rolled shitty 19.
Miss.
Okay.
Yes.
So 19, it'll never hit you.
Goes to strike out.
Baron casts Channel of Vigor on himself and sets it to haste immediately.
And that's your turn, right?
I don't know what that means. That means you have haste from now on.
I could change it to do other things. It's one of those divine spells that allows you to choose it to affect
Each
your
round.
torso or each round.
Okay, so is that your turn?
That was a move and a standard, and he's going to use a swift action to change the bane on its gun from human to giant.
Ooh.
That's only a swift?
Do you yell it to Nestor?
What about human to boar?
I didn't know what it was. I think it's a fish.
Oh, because you failed.
yeah,
Right.
that's I was.
No,
trying
you know
to.
it's not a fish.
Well, I know it's not a fish, so I changed it to bane. Not. Why didn't I make it bane? Not the other things that I was.
Wow, that's so
That's
Real.
so smart.
Real dumb move.
But yeah.
so simple.
Yeah, that's just true.
It's Nestor Coin's turn.
Yeah, so Nestor is like he thought he was fucked before, but he's fucked again because this thing
This is
continues
so
bearing
bad
down
for
on him. Like
Nestor.
he's
got
he's
multiple.
already
You already saw them like take out Hal. I mean, obviously they're not as powerful as you, but in one action they killed.
no.
Or
Well,
knocked
the
out.
situation I'm in, like this is very, very, very bad. So Nestor is going. He's gonna incur if he has to. He's gonna run away, like get 30 feet away from this thing.
So you're going to try and avoid with acrobatics, or you want to
I
get
can't.
that full speed?
I have to get far enough away.
Okay. All right, he will take a swing with his great axe. 23.
That's a miss.
Dude.
Clutch as shit.
Clutch.
Okay.
So Nestor is going to do the same thing. He's going to do pinpoint targeting, basically against his touch AC. Natural 1.
Oh,
Natural
no. No.
Oh, you won't
Natural
confirm.
one.
You won't confirm.
Yeah, you
Against
won't
his touch AC, you won't confirm. Impossible.
It's a natty 6, but I'm sure that'll.
Yeah,
it's
you're
a
fine.
31. Against
So no fumble, just a miss shot.
Just a Miss Zoni.
Just a miss zony. Metro, you're invisible. You made Dalgrith invisible. Things have changed in the last 6 seconds.
Yes, they have.
It's a real shit show.
But you know what? I think
People are running in the crowd. Running past
Coronavirus! They're freaking out.
you, bumping into you. You're invisible. They don't know what's going on.
Why did we come to this huge gathering?
So the giant.
They're
the
coughing
giant-
on you.
Pathogens! Pathogens! They're all screaming at each other. Matthew's like freaking out, even mentioning it.
I am. But I am going to consider my fear and acknowledge it and then move on.
Okay.
For the moment.
Good.
I think I'm fine. I've had a cough like for the last 3 or 4 days and a little bit of a fever, but I think I'm fine.
You already touched my hand, so I'm already like not using this hand.
I'm pretty sure the guidelines are not to touch your own face, but why don't you go ahead and touch Matthew's face?
Yes, there we go.
everyone.
Don't
There
touch
we go.
The giant that Nestor just got away from will need to please roll a reflex save.
This guy up here.
Which guy? Yep, that guy.
That one?
That's
Wait,
the one.
The
Come
loner?
on. Come on. Do it.
Reflex save.
Hit him.
13.
That's a fail. He's in the hungry pit.
Yeah, he is.
Dude.
One pit down.
A pit opens up in the sand, and that dude just falls right in.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Oh, never have I loved a pit so much.
I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm going to use the quick and meta magic rod to cast Fly on myself,
Okay.
and then I will take off.
Like Neo at
Like
the
a
end
jet
of the
engine.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Metro flies back to the shadow plane.
I fly out of Trunau.
Tell my story.
You hear a little Rage Against the Machine plays.
Dalgrith, you are on top of this spellcaster. You felt this like cloying miasma of darkness reach out at you and just miss thanks to your invisibility. What do you do now?
Not today, my dear. I'm afraid you're going to have to get a little better than that.
And he's going to draw. This is now. How about knowledge check?
Okay.
Knowledge local?
For her will be a knowledge local.
21.
It's an ogre.
So it's giant subtype.
Yeah, giant subtype.
That's really all I need to know.
Yeah, that's it.
He'll draw
But
his...
what'd you roll though? You rolled.
I rolled
high.
a 21.
Yeah, so I can give you a little bit of. I mean,
Oh.
you know she's a spellcaster. I'm trying to think like what you would know just by looking at her. You see holy symbols. You heard her say, for Hagakal. You might be dealing with.
Haga. Can I do a knowledge religion on that name real quick?
Yes.
Okay. Natty 2, 7.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some kind of ogre god.
Okay.
But
Your friend in the pit took 20 points of falling damage, by the way.
you took 20 points of falling damage.
I didn't.
When do I roll my say? Or that it hasn't crunched yet. It's going to crunch on
On my turn is what we.
on its turn, because that would be your turn. Yes.
I think the way we just did it is that it starts crunching on my next turn, but
It's up to you. It's down a giant pit and it's shitty climb. All right, so let me tell you.
you're right.
I will tell you this: she has combat reflexes.
Okay.
So I'll just say that, like, you can see from her sinews, her fast twitch muscles that she is speedy and could probably attack you multiple times.
That's pretty badass for a caster to have combat reflexes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a
He
boss.
takes 10 points of contraction damage.
Okay. How far apart are the contractions?
1 round.
We're having a good time.
That was
6
good.
seconds.
Thanks,
that was
bud.
good.
Thanks, everybody. We'll be here all week.
Grant's so nervous he didn't even compliment you on
No,
that.
he's got a lot going on.
What did you say?
All right, here we go. You ready?
No,
You ready for this dance?
Yes.
I'm about to dance.
let's dance.
Dogwraith is going to move, climbing around this creature as he draws. He's moving just a little bit, just flavor move mainly, but he's kind of moving around a little bit enough
move.
so that he can cast a phantasmal illusion of himself also on the creature.
Okay.
So now the creature will see a Dogwraith and not see me,
Okay.
and draw
Asshole.
his Giant's Bane shortsword,
Okay.
and then he will plunge it into her.
Okay. He will attempt to plunge it into her.
Attempting to plunge,
Clear that toilet.
37 to hit.
That is a hit.
Boo Yakasha, my good buddy, Dogwraith Zone. I've never seen so many ones on D6s in my life. This is
No, you
this
have.
is sheerly astounding.
I'm sure you have.
No, I'm not even exaggerating. That's astounding.
That was a good Matthew laugh.
28 points of damage.
Okay. 28 points of damage, and there is a visible
That was with the sneak attack.
That was 10d6 plus 4.
10d6 plus
28 points of damage.
And
How is that possible?
I rolled 4 ones. Hold on, look at this. 4 ones, 4 threes, and a 4.
All right. So you.
2 threes and a 4.
But and
No 5s, no 6s.
you left a copy of yourself that is visible on
Yeah,
her.
and it looks like it's hanging on. It looks like it's fighting. It's
Does
moving.
it feel like it's on her? Though?
No, she can't feel the weight. No,
Yeah, that's strange. It's like I see it, but I don't feel.
right. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
you do you.
It's kind of shitty, but I hear you. I'm like, it's in your shitty class.
There's a thing you can see.
I have to do something about it.
No, it's not my
Yeah.
class. This is my armor. So you do whatever you want. But I mean, there's a thing she can see. And there's a thing she can't.
Right. It's complicated.
It is.
Complicated. If this was a Facebook relationship, it would be complicated.
She could be like,
Okay,
you know, at some point,
Okay, boomer. Shut up.
you know, things like perception checks. You know, if she's a super high wisdom character, you know, I could see that being like, no, fuck that. I'm not falling for it.
All right. Well, this is how I'm interpreting. It's her turn. She still is holding that charge for Slay Living, but she knows she's dealing with something strange. She sees you on her back, but she doesn't feel that way. It's a complicated thing. She's smart. She's wise. She's not smart. She's pretty wise.
She's really stupid, but wise.
She's a real dum-dum, but wise as fuck. And she is going...
She's the Forrest Gump of ogre sorcerers.
she is going to move with you forward.
Oh, hold on there, Bessie.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, now.
And she's going to...
Oh, no.
Be with
No. Channeling negative Johnski.
Oh. And that will be...
Oh, it's going to
Halgrim
kill
cursed.
Halgra
Do
permanently.
you lose the spell if you do that?
Yeah.
Do you lose
Slay Living.
if you
I
channel?
think
If
so.
you cast another
I'm
spell,
pretty sure if you cast another spell,
But it's not a spell.
It's not.
Channeling negative energy.
Oh
it's a
my God.
supernatural
that
ability.
is complicated.
Is it a Sue?
Is it a soup? That is interesting.
That is a good. We're getting into some deep shit.
Yeah, no.
If it were a spell, you would definitely lose it.
Yeah, it's not. So I'm going to
It's
do
a
it.
supernatural, John.
Yeah, and this is okay. This is what I need happen. Metro, are you within? Are you there? Or
I'm
are you
up in the air.
flying. How far up?
I think at least 50 feet.
All right, so you will be out of the range. However, Baron and Dalgrith need to roll a will save.
Baron and Dalgrith need to roll a will save.
This isn't an ability that detects lies or forces truth, is it? Because I get a +7
This
against
is
that.
a channel negative energy.
Oh God! I mean, this fucking beautiful new die. I'm telling you, Patsy's baby.
What?
Natty 19.
Oh.
By the way, I have a +4 at this level to will save.
What do you
So
got
it's a
there?
23.
What do you got there, Baron?
26.
Gave myself my best shot.
You guys want the good news or the bad news?
I'll take the good news first. Then drop the hammer.
Good news, you both take 11 points of negative energy damage.
Okay. That doesn't seem like good news.
That's good news compared to this.
Sure.
Bad news.
I get it.
And I'm pot committed to this. I wasn't planning on this.
Oh, is that Halgra's permanently dead?
And cursed.
Oh no.
They're both permanently dead.
Yes, even if they. I mean, I can roll to save, but
You should roll
it's
cursed,
20.
right?
Here's the thing: it's 21 points full. It's 11 for half
Oh, yeah,
damage.
yeah.
Cursed and Halgra die.
Ruby's an orphan. Oh wait, she's dead too.
Chief Defender of the Blackened Blades. This wasn't part of the plan, but they are dead, and Jagrin,
I really was trying to like.
Jagrin is standing right there as he sees the life go out of yet another one of his son's eyes.
This is fucked.
It's awful. Awful.
I was really planning on like coming back here at the end of the whole campaign and like hanging out with Halgra.
Cursed.
We made it through.
It was Cursed turn. He's done. Halgra's turn. She's done. It's the Steam Hog's turn, and it's going to do a full attack on Baron. It is within range, 15 feet. Let me
Yeah,
make sure
I
it's
only moved
15.
2 feet
Yeah.
away.
Well, no, reach of 10. So 5-foot step, and then power attack, gore, and 2 hooves.
Is it evil?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing about. That's why I was so
Animals.
pissed when he put a boar in there. I was like, a boar?
Here comes Frank Gore. 18 to hit.
Miss.
Oh, dude.
That's a good one. That had a lot of extra shit. 2 hooves. First hoove, 24.
Miss.
Oh. Second hoove, 10.
Yeah, dude! Oh.
Gore, hoove.
All right.
Miss.
I overestimated the boar.
Yeah.
Okay, is it a is the channeling
Oh,
a supernatural ability or a spell-like ability? I can't, what would you say?
I would say supernatural. It's not.
How come he can't see it?
spell-like
Doesn't it
ability.
say SU right next to channel energy?
Well, I'm looking.
On the-
I'm like using.
Oh, 'cause you
Paralab
made up the
and
character?
book. No, I'm using. I don't want to tell you too much, but it's done at this point. And like
Well, it's just a question of you still have Stay Living.
No, but I know she wouldn't have done it if she lost Slay Living. Do you know what I mean? So once I decided that that's what it is, Slay Living is still active.
All right.
Do you know what I mean?
But it still matters if that's what you would.
No, it doesn't matter because I had to make the call, and now the call stands. She wouldn't have channeled if she could have slayed Living.
Because
so
it's
once
a
I
spell-like
decided,
ability, it says in all other ways beyond the fact that it's not a spell-like ability functions just like a spell, including
No,
for holding
I
a
understand.
charge.
I understand, but like, I don't have any inclination that channeling is spell-like. It doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity like spells. It just doesn't have any spell-like elements to it. It's just like a holy symbol and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think it's supernatural.
it's
Plus, I understand what you're saying,
know what
which
I'm
is
saying?
like
It's done now.
it's the chess piece at this point.
right.
It's
you know
over.
what I mean? Like if she knew that she would have lost Slay Living, she wouldn't have done
No,
it.
we could look it up to see if you can't do it again or
Right,
something.
right,
but
right,
right
sure,
now, it's
sure.
done.
No, she'll use Slay Living on someone else next round.
On Dog Race Illusion.
I'm. It's funny.
Who said that?
I did.
That's a good idea.
I did it, but I'm sad that Halgra and Cursed are dead. But we've got to move on. It is the ogre's turn. They see that these creatures are dead. One is in a pit. Actually, what is the DC of the climb?
The climb DC is 35.
Did you know? I learned from our good friend, Vicky Moore, friend of the show,
Friend of the pod.
that large creatures can brace themselves to add a +10 to their climb.
That makes a lot of sense.
So he's going to do that, and he's going to try and climb.
It's going to go all...
Still fucking fail.
yeah.
It's 33, right?
Well, first he has to stand up, and then he could start.
Stand up.
Oh,
Yeah, I
zinger.
rolled a 27, and I
Yep.
still blew it.
Yeah,
So,
he's still down there.
okay, he's still down there.
Bracing for climb.
Wow.
That's cool.
Like river tamming that shit.
yeah.
but if we were in like a cramped crevasse, we could do the same, right? I guess the same rules would apply.
Well, not with Troy, no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I wouldn't allow it. These brutes, by the way, are they're raging.
Ah, Jesus.
That's why they're laying out so much damage.
But I wonder if we take her out, they might lose their morale.
Morale. Yeah, it's possible.
Pass. I don't think the boar is going to lose any morale, but pass.
Do we have bottle caps around the table, by the way? Just check.
Yeah,
Nestor
we have
and Baron.
multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
at
you
least
got. You
one.
didn't get one.
Why didn't I get one?
You've been great this up. That's bullshit.
Thanks, Joe.
All right.
Your talk with Nestor was so good. You didn't get a bottle cap for that?
In fact, I didn't.
All right.
So weird.
All right. They don't have ranged options, so.
You would think
All right. This dude
that he would
here,
have distributed more bottle caps before this made-up combat where he killed everybody in Trunau.
This guy.
Killed beloved.
Shut up for a second.
Beloved NPCs.
Shut up. This guy goes and swings at Dalgrith's image. Now, what happens if I hit it? It disappears, or just he swings and?
Yeah, you have to hit the AC, which is very low.
Okay, I'm sure I hit it. Natty 19.
Yeah, so it vanishes.
He hits it and it vanishes. Oh, fuck. But he still can't see you.
They're on to me.
That's his turn. He's not going to attack his friend. This one, I think, has the movement speed to get to Baron. Let me see.
5, 10, 15, John.
Yeah, he actually does. These guys can move very fast. You know,
This is pretty bad.
barbarians have that fast movement, John.
This is real bad.
So he's going to come up and take one attack with his great axe against Baron. That is going to be 29. Giant subtype.
Miss.
By the way,
Totes miss.
Great axe times 3 crit. The other one will swing at Jagrin. Jagrin is just like,
Is there no one else in Trunau who could help? Is there not?
misses Jagrin.
Where the fuck is Silvermane, dude?
Yeah.
Why was I not warned about this?
Probably dead. That is the Ogre Brute's turn.
I have some say in Silvermane. Just
It is
saying.
Jagrin's turn. Jagrin just unleashes
He's
out.
lost 2 sons now.
Full attack. He hits, but not a. It was like a natty 18. I thought it was going to be a 20. So he hits this first brute for like 11 points of damage. Like they're not used to fighting this shit. He needs that nat 20. Second attack, also a hit, not a nat 20. Just shitty damage again. 11 points of damage. So that's all Jagrin does. Maybe takes a 5-foot step to get a little space. He's spiraling. It's the top of a new round. It's Baron's turn. Baron, what do you do?
I think I'm
Bear,
kind
Bear.
of screwed no matter where I step, so Baron's going to diagonally step up into the right, away from the Berserker and the main boss guy. And we'll proceed to get up close and deadly on the first attack, but do unleash a full round attack action with haste.
Yes, this is 5, John. 5, John!
Boom, boom, boom. On the ones and twos is my man Joe. Airy. Sorry, just turning on rampage shot. Here it comes. First attack is a big old hit.
Yeah, it is.
Which guy are you going after? The hog or the
boss.
the boss?
The one that I'm on.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
Good chance here. This is huge. Huge.
49 points of damage. That was
Holy
with the up close and deadly.
shit. Okay.
You'll hear a voice echo out like, "No, Baron, I've got it! Move on! Take out someone else!
It must be the hog.
I've got it right where I want to!
The second attack,
I've got it where I want to!
The hog has learned our language.
Take out the other one!"
I'm also going to spend a grip point on. Fuck, out of the box. Almost a crit.
I saw it.
18 on the
saw
die. I rolled like Joe on that one.
Oh, no, awful. That is so bad. That's the worst damage roll I've ever seen.
30 points of damage.
Okay.
Hold on. He really is yelling that. He's really yelling that. Like, pick another target. I got this one under control.
You sure you don't want one more shot?
Do whatever you want. He's yelling that. I wasn't joking.
You know, you've got that guy on Jagrin, and you've got the one in the pit. It looks like it's in pretty good shit, like subdued, and then you've got these other two. What do you want to do?
Basically, I'll give you the metagame, because obviously we've been talking for a while as characters about
We
this
would
shit.
understand a strike team delta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have got, now look, I could roll shitty, but I've got 3 straight attacks, every one of which does 10d6 on this creature. If this one dies, I have to sheath my weapon, run to another one, climb on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
but also, he's easily the she is easily the deadliest combatant on the field.
I know, so I could
Do you
roll
go after
poorly, but like I could...
Do you go after her or before her?
I go before her.
Okay. Then I'll go after the Berserker for my remaining attacks.
Here comes the Berserker.
That is a hit.
Okay.
We're going to go up close deadly against him, too, for another grip point. And that's the final one I'm going to spend on this.
There goes that crit.
Fuck. There it goes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Guys, rock.
He just rocks. Just rocks,
7
this guy.
on the D8. I saw it.
38 points of damage.
Okay. Huge. Huge. The guy only was barely hit.
That was 3 attacks. This is 4.
Number 4.
Misfire.
Oh, no.
It's bound to happen.
It is bound to happen. We've gotten used to it. but not a natural
Does the slate spider clean me
But
up?
what happens with the spider?
Sure does. It's a new day. Clears you out.
All right.
So no misfire.
Final attack.
Hope you don't get into a second combat today.
one. Well.
Another misfire.
saw that.
clears me
yeah,
out?
clears you out again.
Wow.
Wow. It's just like the fucking that gun.
Yeah. And Baron will do a knowledge religion check on that same name that Dalgris did one on.
Hagakal.
Hagarkal. 23.
There you go, dude.
Hagakal is it is an ogre god. It is the offspring of an evil giant, evil deity, and a giant. They are, the Church of Hagakal says few ogres are smart enough to worship Hagakal, but those who do create simple myths highlighting his strength and virility. There's some dark stuff with like an incestuous relationship with his sister. This is dark, twisted ogre deity shit. And
Yeah,
she is a cleric of Hagakal.
Just want to make it clear to everybody, without being overly specific. Ogres are the most depraved
Oh, yeah.
of all of the giants, if
Pathfinder.
not of all the living creatures. They're worse than like demons in terms of their depravity, the way we think of depravity.
They're like hills have eyes type
Yes,
depraved.
they're horrible.
Do you remember?
Horrible.
Do you remember the ogrekin in the tower?
Yes.
One had like an arm growing out of its head. It's all from inbreeding and. Well, this is one of their deities, Hagakal. Nestor, it is your turn. Nestor, things have
Come
changed.
on, Nestor.
Nestor, the gods, have they perhaps judged you differently?
How high are the walls?
Good question.
The
Very
walls,
good question.
There are staircases nearby, but I would say it's about 15 feet.
Okay. Nestor
Divinity. Are you thinking divinity now? It's like higher ground.
Nestor turns, stows his bow, and starts climbing the wall.
People
Very
just,
smart.
People just trampling, popcorn
Running
everywhere,
away.
beer bottles.
And he double move. He's able to get to the top of the wall, and that's the end of his turn.
Okay, easy climb check.
great.
Plenty of handholds.
So smart.
He gets up and out. All right, so Nestor gets up to the wall. Metro, what do you do? You see? I don't know if you even see this. Probably not. There's too much going on.
You haven't, Jogwraith, you haven't acted this turn, right?
No.
I'll hold.
Metro will hold. All right, then. It is Dogwith's turn.
All right, buddy. You put it all on the line here for your friends. This is it.
This is huge.
Please don't natural one,
Huge.
O'Brien. Please don't.
Please
Here we
don't.
go.
Please don't.
He's got full attack, hasted, stab away at this creature that he is on. Gripping tight and stabbing with the other hand. Giant Bane. Fire forged steel sword. Short sword. Here we go. First attack. 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yes!
That was a natural 3.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes!
Oh, come on. Give me some. Oh, there's some juice.
baby.
Oh, there's some juice.
Baby.
You liking the juice?
There's some
liking the
juice.
juice?
You like
There's
the
some
You like
juice.
the juice?
You like it.
41 points on the first attack.
She's dead.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Oh, Deathbringer, you beautiful son of a bitch.
You come to the ground, and you're right next to this other giant.
He's
here.
gonna.
You're not. You didn't put yourself correctly on the map. But
That still only counts as one.
It still only counts as one. I'll here's a knowledge check.
on.
The other one.
Okay. Which one?
Is it an
This guy?
ogre of some kind?
Yes.
So this is a knowledge local,
You fought ogres. You know. What
which I got a 24. Are they all evil? They all
Yes,
evil? Is
yes.
this one evil?
Chaotic evil.
Then he's going to drop his Giant's Bane sword as a free action and then run and jump on the this one.
So you basically stab her, leave
Leave
the
it in
dagger.
her.
Yeah, leave
And
it in
as
there.
you hit,
Because
the
he's got
ground,
another blade.
You use that to propel you onto this giant.
Yes.
I'm just,
And then he jumps.
in terms of number of actions, you can do that.
Yep.
So
He'll jump onto the other giant, attempting the check. That is a 44 to
yeah,
get on.
you made it,
And
and you're still invisible.
right, so he doesn't provoke.
Okay.
And that's that. So now he's on the other giant, both hands gripped on, and now next round he'll plan to pull his other blade.
All right.
To continue the fight.
Okay, Metro will act.
Okay, I was gonna say the cleric's dead, Curse is dead, Halgra's dead. It would have been her turn and then theirs, but you're gonna act instead.
Okay, so first thing I need to do is attempt a hover check.
Okay.
based on what I want to do.
Okay.
This is so
Okay.
badass.
I get the hover check,
Okay.
so I can stay in place, and now I can do a full round action,
Oh boy.
which is to cast a spell on the hog.
Full round action spell?
Yes. So I need the hog to roll a will save, and if anyone wants to throw a bottle cap on this, it would be helpful.
It's like, yeah, that sounds like it would.
Yeah.
Just not
do-
begging, but just saying.
I do have 2.
Up to you, Grant.
Is it? I mean, let's just say that sometimes Baron begs for healing, but this guy begs for bottle caps.
I'm not begging. I'm just saying it would
There you go,
behoove
buddy.
greatly.
Roll twice.
Wait. You can't.
We
You nixed that long time ago.
we don't give him a -5.
No.
I don't get.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you said
no,
we couldn't get disadvantage, but like for the
no,
DM.
it's the minus.
can do
half your
minus?
level, yeah. So what
Okay.
is your level now? 14
I'm 14, so -7.
-7 to a.
Will save.
But he could still roll a natural 20 on zone.
How about a natural 2?
Oh, wouldn't even have needed the bottle cap.
That's hold monster, my friend.
Oh, done. Combat over.
Hold monster. Is that your turn?
That's my turn. It's full round action.
It is a weeknight, Troy. Can we let everyone just get to bed? Let's just call it.
No, we're going long.
We're going long.
Oh, man.
We've already been going long.
already been going.
We're going long.
Matthew's hyper aware.
We're going long.
Yeah, good buddy Nick.
It's 250.
Good buddy Nick.
Loins, cause we're going long. We're going long. We're going long. So get your loins, cause we're going long.
It's so hard to hit those Nick Lowe notes.
He's the only one that can.
I know.
On Earth.
He's such a beautiful
It was all
soprano.
those years
Those
in the Vienna Boys Choir.
Those Niccolo whistle tones.
The steam hog is it's its turn. Does it do anything on when it's held monster
It's
like
a save.
a new save?
I believe it gets a new save.
It does.
Okay. Natural 3. So he is still held at least for one.
I don't
more
think this
round.
thing could have made that save anyway.
I don't know what the DC is.
Grant, don't worry about it.
She's got
Just
pretty good
wasted a
DCs.
bottle cap
Don't worry about it.
on the thing that was rolling 12s and 13s earlier. Okay.
Okay. Oh boy. Let's talk about this dude here. He can 5-foot step, take 2 attacks on Baron. First attack with a magical great axe, 27.
Miss.
Second attack, times 3 crit, by the way. 16 misses. This dude in the pit tries to get out. It's got a plus 20. Another 27 cannot get out.
Oh, I forgot to roll damage.
Yeah,
on
roll
it.
me that pit dam.
Pit damn.
Pit damn zone.
16 points of damage.
16 points
As
of
the
damage.
pit contracts.
The pit contracts. This guy is going to try to attack Dalgrith, but it's a 50% miss chance because you're invisible, but he can feel you. First attack, natural 1.
Oh, you might confirm that
And it
shit.
was a 64 on the concealment. That is a 21 to hit, so that is a confirmed
Jesus, dude.
fumble.
Come on with this. Oh,
He falls into the nearest hungry pit.
so beautiful. So beautiful. All right. Let's kick this one to Mark. Mark in Astoria.
Get out of
He literally put Astoria.
Is it a story of
Astoria.
New York
Story
or a
of
story
Queens?
of Washington?
He didn't say.
Oh, we'll never know.
I've heard of the story in New York.
Here we go.
Yeah, I've heard of it too.
Yes. The goggles, they do nothing. Your attack glances off your target's armor or other defense, perhaps creating shrapnel or sparks, leaving your target unharmed and you blinded for 1d4 rounds, no save.
Up and at them.
So it's he's already effectively blinded against you where you're invisible. Second attack is a natty 18, which will be a 28 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 19 on the concealment, so he is blinded for let's see how many d4 rounds for 1 round, but you're invisible, so hopefully you can take care of him. The other guy, full attack on Jagrin.
Oh, come now.
He's trying to take. He doesn't want to play
Cracked eye.
any more NPCs. He doesn't want any returning to Trunau and roleplay. He's done with it.
He hits Jagrin.
It's over it.
First attack with a natty 14. He hits Jagrin for 6, 9, 10, 24 points of damage.
This is actually kind of interesting. What do you think, Chief Defender Sarah
Superman?
Morninghawk?
Yeah.
I get this. So,
Agrid Stagenstar. Who
The,
did you
the
put in
grave
in
isn't
charge?
even cold yet.
Silvermane.
Chief Defender Brynja.
Second attack, another cracked die.
Chief Defender Brynja. I like it. She's got that youthful perspective.
bring the-
Natural 4 on the second attack. Now it is
Beautiful.
Jagrin's turn. Jagrin is in bad shape.
Fight back, Jagrin!
He's already seen Halgr fall. He's seen Curse fall. He does a full withdraw.
Oh, okay.
A full withdraw in the direction of the pit.
He knows the hero's got this under control.
He knows he shouldn't go in the pit, though, right?
I don't know. He's thinking about jumping into the pit. It is Baron's turn. Baron, the tides are turning, but there are still a lot of enemy combatants on the field.
Again, Baron will take a 5-foot diagonal step backwards and will fire at the berserker in front of him.
Berserker.
Oh, jeezy crazy, out of the box again. That's a critical threat.
My love is like a ticking clock. Berserker.
Do it! Do it, dude!
26.
Oh, come on
Guys.
with this.
He's dead.
Yeah!
We don't need to see what the critical
Yeah,
effect
beautiful,
was.
beautiful.
Unless the effect was like, it ricochets and hits 9 of your friends.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's like, I don't want to just skip over a fan critical, but you also don't want your fan critical to be utterly meaningless.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's
maybe it would
meaningless.
turn the tide. Like a nearby enemy also gets crit, but I'm going to just keep things moving here. 'cause
Baron will
we got a lot left to
wheel
cover.
around on one heel and will fire at the poor defenseless Steambore.
Oh, what do you ever do to you?
Flat-footed.
20 against flat-footed touch AC.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's in bad shape. Well, he hasn't been hit, but he's
But he's held,
He's
which is
held.
brutal.
17 points of damage.
okay. Not great.
Next attack. Critical threat.
Now we'll go to those crit cards.
Critical threat.
Natural 20.
Come on, Grant! Oh my God, you're such a beautiful man.
This is enormous because if this thing comes back, it can still pose a threat, even though it wasn't hitting Baron. Baron is a high AC character.
I mean, this is so beautiful.
What do we got?
We got Nathan Goldsberry from Chesterton, Indiana.
Oh.
Is IN Indiana? That's
Yes.
Indiana, right?
yeah.
No, it's Illinois.
Magic Bullet. The gods imbue your weapon with magical energy and guide your projectile. This is, after all, a fight for
Wow.
the gods. If the weapon isn't magic, then it will be treated as such for DR purposes. Double damage, and all enemy targets within a 10-foot radius are hit by the projectile for half damage. All creatures aside from the initial target get a reflex save to dodge projectile. No other creatures in target, right? So it's double damage, 4 times damage.
4 times damage.
Magic Bullet.
Baron, you
Dude, it is.
You need some big rolls here.
It is.
Oh, that's a
One.
good start.
4. Oh, shoot.
So beautiful,
12.
dude.
Good one.
So beautiful.
15.
Torag is leading your hand.
87 points of damage.
Oh, he's dead.
Wow!
He had 70,
This is
79 hit
amazing.
points left.
Beautiful.
Oh, there was a moment there where I was really scared.
we
Halgr
did-
and
we did
Cursed are
lose.
dead, by the way.
Yeah, we need to lose some very
It's
important
sad,
people.
but I'm not scared anymore.
You're not scared for your life.
Who's going to coordinate the offensive against the Giants now?
Tom,
Oh,
Yeah.
you still have an attack.
Tom and
I
the
have a lot of
Diplomats?
faith in that guy.
I still have 2 more attacks, I think. I
Put him
Oh,
in
because you're
red,
hasted, right?
Yeah.
Baron just standing like in the center of the arena. You probably could hit Nestor from where you are.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Finish him off.
Just throwing it out there.
Baron's going to fire at the against regular AC against this final berserker that he can see that's close to him.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Yep.
Regular AC.
Yeah, they have low AC. They're,
Oh,
they're raging.
wow,
They're
wow,
raging.
wow.
They're raging, and they're the mobs.
Grant has thrown most
Incredible.
of his dice out of his dice tray.
33 points of damage.
Larry Bird.
Final attack.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. To confirm,
Critical threat. Critical threat. Critical threat.
it's low AC because they're raging.
I know, it's only 8 though.
8 total, not a confirm.
Yeah.
Exploding dice.
All right, let's go for
Explode all of them
Dude,
at
those,
once.
those GCP
One
black
exploding
dice.
dice. Ooh. 34 points of damage.
Okay, that's the one that Dalgrith's on.
Yeah, it's one Dogger's on right now.
That's your 5th and final, yes?
That is
So many
other
attacks.
checks, no
So
other
amazing.
Swifties. I am a Swiftie. I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. Her
Sure.
latest documentary on Netflix was great. That's it.
Okay. Nestor, you've climbed up there. I'm sure you take a look here and you see that the tide of battle has turned, but there are still 2 of these ogres left and 1 in a pit.
So Nestor, he gets to the top of the wall, and you watch him. He stops. Like as he gets to the top, he just stops. You can't see his face. He could keep going. He could keep moving and just run.
They never see him again.
But he stops. And he turns, and he looks far enough away. Looking at Baron. He's looking at Baron. And free action, he takes his bow back out, pulls out 2 arrows, knocks them in Baron's direction, and fires. They go over Baron's head and towards the ogre standing behind him. That's a natty 15.
Oh my god, I lost 3 years of my life.
That's a guaranteed hit.
That's 63 points of damage.
Dead. He had 21 hit points left.
Oh, nice, dude.
You have another attack, yes?
And yes, who's left?
This
There's
one
one all
way
the way
back
in the
here,
distance that
next-
you can
Okay,
still
yeah.
hit.
Next
Yep.
to Cursed Body. You're up, so you're unobstructed from there.
Okay.
So Dogwraith is on this thing, and he just sees 2 arrows come into its neck.
Yeah, that's 100 feet away exactly.
He fires again at the one behind it immediately.
Does he hit?
And yes, a natty 15.
Another natty 15.
And 20 points of damage.
Okay.
One last time.
One last attack.
That is a natty 14. That's 29 to hit.
That is a hit as well.
22 more points of damage.
22 more points of damage. Dalgrith, the ogre that you were on, has fallen.
Yeah.
And you see 2 arrows going in at the same
Yeah.
time. You
Yeah.
know whose arrows those are.
Oh, yeah.
There's one ogre left standing and one in a pit. The one that's left standing is standing over the body of Cursed Grath. You don't know Cursed from Adam,
Right.
but you know he's dead. And you know that the chief defender who you just spoke to is also dead. Blood pooling out from underneath her. What do you do?
The small folk of Trunau! You hear his voice ring out, but you can't see him, and he'll run at the last ogre that's standing over Cursed. With he's got his, he'll draw, wait, had he not? Yeah, he hadn't drawn yet his sword, so he'll draw his short sword, and he'll stab at this thing. His evil, or his holy short sword.
You could kill it. You could kill it.
could?
You're invisible.
He's invisi.
So you get your sneak attack, but you got to roll better than you rolled last time, and you got to
know.
hit it.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. There we go. 30 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. Come on, Dogwraith. He runs up, stabs its femoral artery. Get it.
Ooh.
Oh! 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 47 points of damage. Yes! Oh my god, that was amazing! 3 5s, 3 6s, 2 4s. That was ridiculous.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Do I act next?
Yes. This one remaining ogre. I mean, tell me what you want to do. It's in
Metra,
bad shape.
completely invisible,
Yeah.
flies over and lands next to Nestor.
Oh.
And she's like, out of nowhere, you just hear like this voice in your ear. You could leave, you know. Just say the word. No one would ever know.
If I leave, they just keep chasing me.
That's probably
Your
true.
lot will keep chasing me.
That's probably true.
There's only one way I stay alive. There's only one way I die in a bed. And that's to kill that storm tyrant.
That's your choice then.
Yeah.
Very well. Yeah. Metra will then shoot a fireball down towards the pit.
I love it.
Little pinky.
I imagine you shoot the fireball on your way to talk to Nestor. Hold on. Just like a hero. An explosion. Reflex save?
Reflex save.
Yeah, no way.
Full DiMaggio.
Plus
Do it,
3
dude.
reflex, so I rolled a 3, so that's 6.
That's gonna fail.
Get it, dude.
That's
Get it.
38 points of damage from the fireball.
Yeah.
Fire licks up.
Yeah.
That fills the pit, and with the crunch afterwards, he's dead.
Yeah, dude.
oh my God.
What a fucking fight.
Wow.
Oh my God.
As the smoke clears and the pit eventually rises up, Jagrin just runs to Curse Body, and you see him cradle his son in his arms and just scream to the sky. In the foreground, Halgra bleeds out.
This is insane.
And we fade out of this scene. Back to the temple in ruins. All of you are now watching as Galabras, Shael, and Adriel hold hands together in a circle. Galabras and Adriel, I imagine, are focusing their energies into Shael as Galabras casts Greater Planar Ally. I imagine in this moment, words can never do justice to what this would look like, but I'd like you to try. What happens here as you are using Adriel's power to focus on this individual that is sharing a consciousness with Shael, both plagued and blessed, like she said, to draw Gormley into the circle?
So they stand in a circle, like holding their hands together, and Galabras' head is tilted back with that same serene look that he's had ever since you've seen him since his return. And his eyes slowly open, pupilless, just white, glowing slightly. And this white light with kind of a rainbow tinge starts spreading along the circle through the hands that are interconnected. And little motes of white and rainbow light start like sprinkling down like snow, like into the middle of this circle. And they form like a mound of light in the middle. And it gets bigger and bigger. And then it splits, and there's this big flash of bright white light, and this rainbow-tinged butterfly made out of light rises up out of it. And it's blinding for a moment, but as the light fades, we see.
What do we see?
This kind of green, like patchily corporeal thing rises and begins to take shape and stands and brushes back her hair. And Gormley says, I told you I always come back.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Amazing.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, man.
You see Shael just collapse to the floor like something has been released from her to the ground. She's like holding herself. Gormley stands there in the flesh. Or in the green. What'd you say? It was like a.
She's like half, like they're patchily corporeal. Like she's kind of like, there are pieces of her that are missing, but she's kind of, she's physically in the space, but she's also kind of not entirely there. She's kind of half formed, I will say.
Yeah.
Does anyone say anything?
It is good to see you again, my friend.
You look different.
So do you.
I have been on quite a journey.
As have I.
Who are your friends?
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Sir Willamette Keswick of Highbury, and I think we have much work to do together. This is Lexington, my trusted friend.
Well met, I'm sure.
Lexington, be kind. Just because she's half-formed doesn't mean she's not a friend.
He's a little suspicious.
I would be too.
I'm
And you?
Adriel Ashpeak. It's a pleasure to meet you, strange as our meeting may be. It is seen.
Ash Peak. Did Gormley know about about Ash Peak? I'm trying to remember
who
right
knows
now.
what she knows now?
Who knows what she knows now?
Yeah.
Ash Peak, eh? No relation, I'm assuming.
There's a relation. Everything is connected. You might know that more than most where you've come from.
Gormley kind of looks around at everybody. At Cap Benatar, of course. Well, what's next?
Shael pulls herself together. I believe that you and Galabras have work to do. I am free now, in a way, of you, though I feel as if you will be a part of me forever. So will Adriel, if you'll have me. I will travel with you wherever it is you go. Galabras, do you still plan on going elsewhere?
I have come to stem the tide. I will not return to whence I came until it is done.
I do hope to see you again. And you. Thank you.
You have been a most dependable companion. I appreciate that.
Good luck in whatever it is you must do. And with that, imagine Galabras just walks over to Gormley. They join hands and then just wink out.
Oh.
And now we see sands swirling as a vast desert is slowly revealed. We see ruins and outcroppings of rock dotting the landscape, but it's otherwise bare. But as we move across the horizon, yet again we see that enormous pyramid. And we move closer and closer to the pyramid until we see that maybe 50 or 60 feet from the base of the entrance is a small tent. Just outside the tent there is a fire pit that looks to have been recently extinguished. Smoke still rising from the ashes. Just outside, the sand begins to spin and turn until almost a miniature tornado appears, and then suddenly Galabras and Gormley appear.
What?
They look up to the pyramid and then over to the tent, and the flap on the tent starts to move. And out walks a tall, silver-haired elf
Oh, shit.
I fucking knew it.
with the soul of a half-orc who looks at his friends for the first time in a long time. What? And smiles. Blackout. In the darkness, a long darkness, we hear the sounds of crying. It's a baby's cry. If you listen closely, it sounds like multiple infants crying all at once. Slowly, lights fade up on a small pool of water. Might be a lake or a pond. something very familiar about it. Shimmering in the moonlight on the surface of the water is the upside-down reflection of an enormous pyramid. But instead of ruins of buildings, there are hovels and other amazing archaeological sites dotting the landscape. We move in closer and we see an older Osirian woman walking forward towards the sound of the crying babes. And we see that there are 3 of these infants lying in makeshift mangers full of straw and blankets. Slowly she waves her hand over all 3 of them, and they immediately calm, cooing silently as torchlights flicker nearby. She turns, and now we see that she's not alone with these children. There are several others like her, both men and women, watching in a semicircle nearby. A man, quite differently dressed than the others, but in a similar Druidic style, stands nearby, watching the children intently. There may even be a tear in his eye. The woman speaks to the group in Osirian.
The prophecy spoke of 3. It has always spoke of 3 who would come to us with the gifts of time. For centuries, our circle has looked sometimes too deeply into the gatherings of 3 as the 3 the prophecy spoke of. But look now, my brothers and sisters. It is only now, in our time, that the prophecy has come to be. This man, she points to the non-Osirian druid, comes from the other side of the world, where his circle has made the ultimate sacrifice. Besieged by those who desired to destroy all that nature holds dear, his order chose death to save their world. He and these children are all that remain of their council. You are safe here, she turns to the man, as long as you wish, Brother Thune. We will raise the children of your council of thorns as our own. Not unlike the sacrifice your people made to save your world. These children will, if the prophecies are true over time, fulfill said prophecy to save the entire world. The non-Osirian druid, referred to as Brother Thune, wipes a tear away now, thinking of his brothers and sisters of his order, the parents of these children probably. He then nods at the woman and steps back to join the crowd. The Osirian woman now walks forward towards the infants, still quiet from the calm emotion spell she casts on them. You 3 are now members of our family. You will each protect the secrets of our circle, and the powers innate within you will be bestowed upon your children and your children's children for generations. All of them will share your name and share your power, for it is within you. And if the great war that the prophecy spoke of does come, the great storm that shall rise to take over the world, if it does not come in your lifetime, it may come in theirs or their grandchildren's. She turns to address the group. Behold the 3 the prophecy spoke of. The one who walks through time, the one who watches over time, and the one who masters time. One by one, she addresses the infants, goes up to the first one. You are the one who shall walk through time. I call you Farzadir. She goes up to the next baby. You are the one who watches over time. I call you Pudia. Then she goes up to the last infant, another beautiful, now calm baby who locks eyes with the woman as she says, and you are the one who shall master time. I call you Brandir.
Oh, shit!
And we'll see you next week.
Next week! You got 1 week! Next week! I gotta get back to work! I want to have time to see what happens to Oh, Brandir!
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you real soon.
Thank you guys.